every single time you're banging against another human being. Got to try to change and just fight for just a little inch or just a little knockback, and it's exhausting every single play. The nicest way, you got to be wired a little bit. You got to be a little bit crazy. What you say about St. Louis?
Huh?
Bro, don't disrespect the city, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that, man.
Because you get mad at him coming back to St. Louis. You come in Canada all the time.
Because it's Canada. Come on now. No, y'all got the maple syrup. Y'all got the maple syrup and the bacon. Canada be chilling. I fool with Canada.
You ain't never been.
No, I haven't. But I can support from a distance. Like, I can be an ally. That don't mean I'm going, but I can be.
Looking over.
Yeah, I support y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all my people.
He on this side of the falls. Like,
good luck. Good luck.
Coach from Canada, he a cool dude, smooth. He allow us to like be ourselves.
The first thing he goes, he a hater, and he talk shit about my city.
You is the feds though.
Bro, no, I'm not.
Let me see.
You're only the feds. Listen.
Hold up. Damn.
You're only the feds if I didn't tell you.
Damn.
If I walked in here and just didn't say nothing, y'all like, bro, you mic'd up, and I'd be like, no, what you talking about? Y'all prepared. Now, whatever y'all say is on y'all. Y'all sign the paper. The coaches always say you don't want to get too close to your players or too invested. I slightly tend to disagree with that a little bit. I'm invested with these guys. I love those guys in that room to death. Football is football. I'm going to get on them, and I'm going to build that relationship with them off the field first, so they know when it's on the field, it's really just football. It's not that I don't like them. It's not that I have any ill will towards them. I just want those guys to be as great as they possibly could be. So keep those hands tight. Make sure I grab Brady. As this thing goes down, we're working box technique. He comes to me. Boom. Understand, you're the edge of the earth. If this thing goes outside of you, touchdown. Go. For you to do the things we ask you to do, for you to go violently through another human being, and those are guys that have to have, as we say, a screw loose. They don't care who they got to go through. They don't care what it takes, and that takes a different mindset. You got to be able to flip the switch. Gotta be able to flip the switch.
Come to the light now, don't you look away. Let it shine bright now we on the way. I can see the whites in their eyes. And when it's dark outside, it ain't nowhere to hide. It's dark outside and there's nowhere to hide.
You gotta take some strong, mean guys to put them on defensive line. Guys that don't mind, taking on the double team, and maybe you're not gonna get the credit, but they know they're manhandling guys out there.
Tight formation now. Paddock, three-step drop. Looks to throw, and ball's knocked out of his hands. No, he kept it, but he's sacked.
This play starts with Eric Watts, the defensive end, coming around, and then Jackson Mitchell does the rest of the work.
I rack up all my tackles by those guys taking up 2 blocks and holding linemen so they can't just climb right away, because when they climb right away, it makes it really hard on linebackers to be able to shuffle and scrape over the top. So the D-line can hold the line of scrimmage, hold guys, hold 2 blocks, 3 blocks sometimes. That's huge for linebackers. People always say like games are won in the trenches, and I think that's really true. When the defensive line's dominating, not just the linebackers, but all of the defense is really clicking. Because if they're rushing the passer, it makes it way easier for the defensive backs to cover. And then when they're doing their job taking up blocks, the run stop is pretty easy for linebackers. It makes my job very easy.
Tyler turns, going to keep sweep left, and he is brought down behind the line of scrimmage, and UConn has foiled them. That was Dalmont Gordine.
Dal's unbelievable. He's hilarious. He always has a smile on his face. He's never had a bad day since I've been here. He's that mainstay, that guy I rely on, that gets these guys and makes sure he busts his behind every single day in practice, and he shows up in the games, and I'm excited for him to have a great year this year.
My name is Dalmont Gordine, but I go by Dal. I'm a redshirt junior on the field, senior in the classroom, and I play defensive line. I see myself as a good player. Like for a good player who can stop the run. I see myself as a leader, as a player.
Yeah, he is pretty chill, relaxed a lot of the time, but on the field he's another guy in the middle that's a monster. That's kind of how you got to be when you play that nose tackle, defensive tackle position. You kind of got to be a monster. You're taking on blocks. It's a very physical position, so that's perfect for him, and he loves doing it, and I appreciate him for it, for sure.
Just me versus one other guy. I can't let him be like it's a must win. Like it can't be a draw really. Like it's either win or lose. Like it's never a draw. So for me, I want to win every snap, every down. So it's a must that I win.
Here we go. Thought of the day, right? Am I clearly outworking my former self? That's the question, right? While you're starting to go through this whole process of camp as we know it, right? Taking every single day to get better. Am I outworking my former self, not other people? We're not worried about the person next to me. We're not worried about anybody like we've talked about before, but ourselves. Thing that I always say to you guys is be the guy every day. All right, don't pick and choose. If you want to be the guy, you got to be the guy every single day, 24/7, on and off the field. Everything you got to do is be the guy.
It's a moment when I pull up on the scene, let's go.
Bryce Chase is a defensive end for us. As everyone knows, he's starting to really come along. That Boston College game last year was really his breakout game where he made a lot of big plays for us.
Nowhere to go. Sack. Bryce Yates.
Colin McCarthy, he's one of the weirdest ones in the room. We say that with love. He played D-tackle for us last year, and then this year he's gonna bump out and play a little defensive end for us. Dad played here. He's UConn lineage. RJ was a transfer in from the University of Illinois. He's gonna play on the inside for us. Since he's been here, the first thing that he's done is build a relationship and a bond with this room, and he's taken off. Eric Watts, Big E, everyone talks about him. We all know he had a great year last year, one of his breakout seasons.
He's probably going to be one of the best edge rushers this year. He had 7 sacks last year. He's probably going to look to improve on that a little bit.
Carter, our Canadian in the room, don't believe he played before we got here. Put him out last year, and you just saw him gradually improve.
UConn saying it hasn't.
Coy's gonna play on the inside for us. He transferred from Old Dominion. He has the length, he has the size, he can move. Jelani, he's extremely explosive. He was a running back in high school, and then he's just violent. And you talk about a person who's got a mean streak. That's the one we gotta reel back at times, but we love it.
Let's go, yeah, let's go.
We have a lot of guys that have played a lot of football last year. So a lot of guys in that room has had a taste of what it's like to be a collegiate football player. Eyes up. They're gonna be ready to go.
We're gonna be very good. I think it's gonna be a very fun year. For us as a defensive line room, us as a team, defense, I think it's gonna be awesome. We're ready to roll like we know we need to do to be better than last season. Last season was all right. We need to be great this season.
Welcome to my dark side.